this is India with Designer Accessory Adoption. Thanks for watching this video. Welcome back to my channel. Today will be an unboxing, and I will be unboxing this sucker live on camera. And it is a new brand that I just learned about probably 2 weeks ago. Is the first time that I heard of them. And so I've never seen this item in person or any of their products in person. So we're going to just see this together. And I'm also going to share how I purchased this item for $97. Yes, under $100. Let's get started.
Alright, so I'm just gonna, if you see it speed up, you know why. I'm just opening it. So I'm flipping the box. It came from Italy. So and in an effort to not show my information, I'm trying to be careful here. Okay. This is paper that comes with Italy. Alright.
Chain. Alright, so here it is. It's from the brand Pinko. And as soon as I unbox it, I will give a little information about what I found out about the company. Okay. Dust bag is pretty nice. This is it. It's kind of like a, it's like an okay dust bag. It's obviously not similar to the super high-end dust bags, but it's nice. Definitely for the price point that it's at, it's fine. It's definitely not a cotton or some other like softer material. It's kind of got like a slight sheen to it. And this is the beauty here. If I can get it situated. So here's the chain strap, which comes with a leather tab at the top. And it's going to be this lovely bag here. And I'll throw the name of the style down below because I do not remember. Close up here, you can see that it has the Pinko with the swallows on the front. Kind of reminds you of like the essence of a Gucci, the Gucci, I was about to say Marmont, but that's not correct. The, I can't remember the name, but you guys know the ones that's been popular for the past several years. So it's a lighter handbag. It is leather, so it's decent. It has a tab closure, so that's kind of cool there. To open it up, and then this is the inside. I'm just gonna pull this stuff out, so if I speed it up, you know why. So they put these little blocks in there instead of paper, so that's different. I've not seen any purses stuffed with like this block of styrofoam. Usually I see like kind of paper on the inside to hold its shape. Let me pull that out. And from what the videos that I watched, this is the authenticity little tag that they use for that technology, so that way you can verify whether an item is authentic by them. Which a lot of designers are moving towards different things like RFID chips. Initial impressions of this bag is it's a pretty nice bag. It is lined in suede. I don't know whether it's suede, but it is a suede. It is a suede-like material if it's not suede. Let's start there. So you have a back slip pocket. You have this open spot here. You have a zipper pull, which is nicely moving. This is lined in a suede or suede-like material. And then let me pull this up here so you can see that. So that's the inside too. So I think overall it's a pretty nice handbag. This is the side of it. And then in the back there's this pretty detail. Let me flip this chain around. So you can see that on the back. So I think this is nice. Let me read off the tag here. It might have the style. So this is their Love Classic icon in this pink color. And from what I understand, like I mentioned, I just learned about this brand 2 weeks ago and decided to take a dive since I was able to get it for under $100. But pretty much, I was just checking here to see if there was any stamping on it. But pretty much I got this bag, I forgot what I was going to say. I got it for that price. And I just have been learning about it two weeks ago. And for what I have learned, actually that's what I was going to say. From what I've learned, this is kind of like their classic staple style. And they just come out with different versions of it every season. from what I understand. But definitely, if you know more or know some other information, please definitely leave those in the comments below, because I'm fairly new to this brand. But my initial impressions are that I think it's a decent quality bag. It looks nice. I'm just inspecting kind of the glazing. The leather feels good. So I think it's a great option. So I'm just going to grab my note over here so that way I can keep everything straight that I want to say. And I'll give you some brief history about the handbag, and then I'll talk about how I got it for $97. All right, so I put old girl back there so that way at least you can have another stare at, and have some more eye candy while I talk. So first off, like I mentioned, the brand is called Pinko, and it is an Italian-based brand. It actually is owned by a family, so I think that is pretty cool. They actually started in 1980s with, I'm going to mess up this guy's name, so I'm going to put his name down here in this area so I don't want to butcher anybody's name. But anyway, so a little bit about them is, like I said, they are family-owned, Italian-based brand. And actually, they basically on their website, they've said that their items are designed in Italy, and also most of them are still produced within their factories that they have in Italy. They did mention that a small amount is produced in China. Over definitely several decades, it seems like this brand has been expanding. I have not heard of it. I'm based in the U.S. I actually learned about it through a website that I purchased this bag from, which is called Italist, which this is my second purchase from Italist. And I learned about the brand. I saw the bag, was attracted to it, and then started Googling and watching YouTube videos to learn more. So like I mentioned, it's not something that I don't think is as popular in the United States, but from the videos I saw, it made me want to try them out. And I do, so far from what I've seen, I think it's a great brand. I think it's a great item. I was wondering about the swallows, because I felt like that's an interesting type of bird to use as a symbol of their product. And so, sorry, one second. Let me just get back to my screen here. My fingers were moving when they weren't supposed to be. And I wanted to kind of read, what does a swallow bird symbolize? So now this is not, I will put this disclaimer out there. This is not what they have said. And I just from a quick Google search, I couldn't really find kind of why they're using Pinko is where I'm pointing to, that bag back there. I could not find information from my quick search on why they decided to use the swallow, but I did want to look it up, and this could possibly be the reason why, and I thought it was interesting to add. So I'm just going to read this from my phone. So it says that swallows look, I'm going to have to fill in some correct wording here. So swallows are believed to bring happiness and luck to a household. It also signifies protection to a family. So I thought that was interesting because it is a family-based business, and that's their main kind of like symbol, those swallows, that is a part of their logo. So I thought that's interesting. You have the family tie there with the swallows, the protection, you know, that kind of thing. So I think that's a nice distinction and could possibly be the reason why Pinko decided to use swallows. And then I'll go on to read this last paragraph is what I was about to say, but this last sentence, which it says that whenever a swallow leaves a home, it may mean that there will be unfortunate events that may happen in the future. So it also said this bird also symbolizes leaving the past behind. So sorry, that was 2 more sentences, not 1 more. But I thought that was interesting to throw in because I really appreciate and like to know more history about the products that I purchase. So I feel like I want to share that with other people because other people may have those same interests. I feel like it kind of makes you feel more connected to the fashion house when you understand where it started, where it came from. Also, kind of helps you understand more of the design. Like all of that stuff kind of makes sense and goes together. So I thought that was interesting to add. But definitely, folks out there, if you've never heard of Pinko or have, let me know. And just wanted to throw that little tidbit in there. So I think this is a great option, and this will give you a nice spin to kind of those normal ones that you see on the market now, like your Coach, Kate Spade, Tory Burch. Even though those are great, I own items from all of those fashion houses. You know, why not mix it up and come into a room with a bag that nobody else has, and is likely a conversation starter. So shout out to Chase Amy also. The handbag or colorways that she usually purchases from are a lot like this. They're nudes, light blush tones, light blues, things like that. So watching a lot of her videos, she's inspired me to kind of step out of my comfort zone. So that's why I went with that color there. So one more thing that I wanted to mention, especially about the statement where it says it's designed in Italy. A lot of times you will see some fashion houses, they will say they have designed their items in a kind of a high profile, desirable place, but then those items are also manufactured somewhere else. And I like the fact that most of their items are still produced in Italy. They did say, like I mentioned, a small amount is produced in China. However, I don't know what those items are that are produced in China. I can imagine that as this brand expands, obviously, you know, I think the Chinese market for the amount of items that they will purchase, or I mean, not purchase, but create in China will likely grow from there. But I'm really hoping that they continue to produce more and more in Italy. And instead, that would be nice. Oops, sorry if you heard that noise. That's just the authenticity card that fell on the floor. And so pretty much from what I read online, and I'll stick the links down below for the stuff that I was able to find online, articles that I just briefly perused over, is pretty much their go for a design. They design items for the modern and bold woman, which I think definitely speaks to kind of this design. Is reminiscent of a classic shape, but it has a nice twist to it that makes it modern. So it definitely speaks to kind of what their goals have been. I'm just going to lean down here and get the authenticity card so I can read that off. Before I do that, this bag here retails, from what I saw, about $350 US. Like I mentioned, I got this item from Italist and I only paid $97 for it. The reason for that is Italist, I've only purchased from Italist twice. This is the second one. But they definitely seem to have pricing that is less than other retailers that I've looked at. So if you haven't tried Italist, you may want to check them out. They do offer free shipping. It comes, at least both my packages have come through DHL. Pretty much they're able to price their items a little bit lower. They kind of work similar to Farfetch. If you're not familiar with Farfetch, it's kind of like Italist operates in the same way, whereas they pretty much allow like boutiques, local boutiques that are in Europe, to sell their products online without that boutique having to have their own website. So that's how Farfetch works too. So these items are sourced from around, I'm going to assume just Europe, but it could be from other places, but that don't have their own websites. And that's why you will see a fluctuation of prices, because each boutique has their own price, because they're able to source items for different costs, which means that they can discount items more than others, or if something's less popular in their area, then of course they're going to discount it further to kind of move it out the door. So this bag here was discounted to, I want to say 180 something-ish dollars, $181, I want to say, USD. I had $100 credit with Italist from my last purchase. So I took that, applied it to this bad boy back here, and got it for $97 once you added the custom fees on top of that. And that is another benefit of Italist. This video is not sponsored by Pinko or Italist. This is truly my initial impressions and what I think. So definitely check out their website if you have not. I know it's hard to figure out what websites to trust. Who do you go to? Who do you order with? But I did a little bit of research on Italist, and someone else had mentioned they had been purchasing from them for years. Other people have also mentioned that because of kind of the fees that Italist charges, so if you need to return something, it's not free pretty much. So they're gonna charge you some more customs and duty fees to send the item back, which then could make that item not worth it to even try it out. So that's just things to consider. Definitely look around and look at the internet to see people's reviews. I was a little bit concerned for that reason, but I decided to go ahead and try them anyway. So for these first 2 items that I purchased from them, I've had no issues. So I will grab the authenticity card here and then we'll talk a little bit more. I want to kind of hide that. So pretty much on this, it says it's a pink card like this. And it says, authenticate your product and discover a new NFC experience by tapping the logo on the bag. Cool. I want to try this out on camera. Or use QR code and start the authentication. So let's try that out. I'm going to grab my phone. Be right back. All right, so live on camera, I'm going to scan my RFID. I'm sorry, my not RFID, Lord Jesus. My QR code, all high tech over here and things. Let's see, it is pulling up. Okay, it says you are about to verify the authenticity of your Pinko product. So it's showing the video, your authentication product. Okay. I am checking authenticity after purchase. So it allows you actually to choose whether you're trying to check out the authenticity before or after. So I chose after purchase. I'm sorry. Let me turn my camera around so you can kind of see how it goes. And then where did you find this product? So you know what? Just in case, I don't want to give too much to scammers. So let me just, I'm gonna go through it. I'll talk you through it, but I don't want to show too much because just sometimes they are able to grab things and, you know, move ahead in the line and make fake items that look even more so real. So let me just answer these questions here about where I got it. All right, so it's asking about the person that I got it, the store that I got it from, or the company I got it from. So I'm typing that in. It was able to find it. Okay, it says you're almost there. Please register to complete the... Child, I don't want to register. I have to create an account. Okay, it's asking me to create an account. So, child, I'll do that later. And then let you know, give you an update. I don't feel like doing that. Everybody wants an account, and I'm so against it. All right, so I went ahead and decided to go ahead and sign up and break down and do it on camera. So let's keep going. All right, so it's asking me to take a photo. Entire label or tag showing the CLG code. Oh, okay. So not the purse, but label or tag. I'm taking right now a picture of a picture of, okay, so it's saying it sent me an email. I'm assuming I took a photo of the right thing. Okay, I'm gonna check my email. 1 second. All right, so quick update. I took a photo of the tag that was right here, and then it sent an email to me, and then when you open the email, it'll tell you whether it was authentic or not by the company's Serta logo. So I did that. Of course, it came back authentic as I would expect it to. But the thing that I was wondering about is, this is something that is, like, let's say I lose this, or, I mean, when I start wearing this, it's not going to be attached to the bag. So I don't quite understand how that's supposed to be more secure, because I could easily take this off. And if I just have the bag itself, how do I certify that it's correct with the technology? Like, and I'm gonna have to play with it because I just played with it, taking a photo of this. And the terminology they use, I wasn't quite sure what I was supposed to be using. So it said pretty much take a picture of the, I can't remember the wording it said, but let me pull up my phone here so I can tell you. But it says, please enter your CLG code to start. Well, here's a CLG code. Gotcha. Okay, so here's a CLG code that's with it. So it behooves you to kind of keep up with this. So you would enter in this. What I want to do is run it through, test it, and take a photo of the bag instead of the tag itself. And the reason why, which I'm sure a lot of you are guessing where I'm getting at, is this is going to be off the, like, I'm going to take this off of the bag. What if I lose it? How do I authenticate and make sure it's real? Also, what if this gets in the hand of someone who, you know, in the hands of someone else, and then they just make a fake one, and then they just use these and keep replicating it? Like, how? So that's what I'm wondering is, how do we make sure that really this can only be identified with one item? And then also, how do I make sure that the authentic info doesn't get into the hands of someone else that makes inauthentic bags and then reproduces that? So pretty much, like, yeah. I mean, the technology has fanfare and it's cool right now, but it doesn't answer the problem. But I need to keep investigating. So I'm just going to play around with it a little bit. I will throw in another video here, an update, if I find something else out. But for right now, I'm not impressed. Like, it's just a new up-to-date way to initially tell it's real. But how do I make sure later that they don't just keep reproducing the same authentic code on something else? Get what I'm saying? All right, thanks for watching. So that is my initial impressions of the unboxing of this bag. It is a lighter weight bag, and the chain is not super heavy. I was not completely in love with the fact that the chain is basically what it is. Like, you cannot adjust it. But I am not super tall, so this will seem to fit fine for crossbody as well as shoulder. I think it would be nice to have the option to wear it shorter, but for the most part, like up here, but for the most part, I usually wear my bags crossbody anyway. So, and I was envisioning that if I were to wear it to like a formal event, I can just hold it like this and let the beautiful chain drape down, and I live with that. So that's at least how I'm thinking I'm going to initially use it. As I use this bag, I will give some feedback on wear and tear and updates, because like I said, a lot of the videos that I saw definitely seemed like they were people from overseas. So I don't know how popular this bag is in the United States, but I am totally for finding items that the masses don't have. I mean, even though a lot of people have this bag, but you know, just I prefer not to walk in a room and see 15 other people with the same item as me. But that's my initial impressions, and thank you for watching. Have a good day. Let me know if you have any other questions about Pinko. But I'll give an update later. Bye.